What's happening, Watch Pandas? Peter from Panda here. Got something from BOLDR Supply Company. This watch is on loan. It's being checked out on a number of other YouTube channels here, and I'm really excited to get my hands on it. I believe this is called a Globetrotter, and it's a GMT, and man, this thing is beefy and gorgeous. So, hey, this is a true diver's watch. This is in limited edition green, I believe, as you can see here, and I think they have some other colors, blue. It comes with a couple of different style bands. This rubber one here, which I think I've heard is going to have a slightly different design on the production version, but I guess I don't know that as a true fact, but it certainly looks the business here. But it will also be available with a mesh metal strap as well. Now, this watch comes out on November 15th, I believe, and I have the bloody thing upside down. So November 15th, this thing is going to be available. You can go on and pre-order it, and we'll talk about the price at the end here because it is wicked good. I'm just really excited about this thing. And you know, the BOLDR watches that I've had before, I think have all been extremely good value, you know, particularly for how well they are made, right? Are they giving them away? No, it's not a Fossil, it's not a Nixon, something like that. But this thing has real cred, and if you are looking for a watch with a lot of style, bling, and I love GMT. I love the multifunction out of it. Do I need them? Probably not, but I do love GMT. So, all right, let's get into it. 44 millimeter 316L stainless steel case, which is a Goldilocks size watch for me. I'm just gonna put it on here. I actually like this band. I'm not sure what I think it's something with the angle of it, but as you can see there, it fits my wrist perfectly. I have about a 7.5-inch wrist, and take a look at that on my wrist, right? I look amazeballs, and it just looks and feels good. Now you can adjust it here. You can see the deployment clasp from BOLDR, which is very nicely done. We have some micro adjustment right down here, right? You can see here. If I push in these detents here, you can slide it in. You've got the teeth there, so it can go over a wetsuit. Now, for me, if I'm feeling bloated, that's where it's more interesting. We've got the BOLDR logo right there, and I love that it's got that micro adjustment because that is a total diver type of thing, and you can see how just nice that is, man. We've got some ribbing, and then on the rubber band here and the BOLDR logo. I love how integrated this is. It's just a nice flush fit. We've got some nice angles to it, some facets on the brushed case here. We have the crown here at the 4 o'clock position, which is also where the date is. You can see here how big the crown is. So if nice knurling on it. So if I just pull it out here, we'll see if we can figure out more about this thing. Now, this is a Swiss ETA movement 2893-2. So just a wonderful movement, automatic movement. You can see the sweeping hand there. I'm not sure. There we go. So in this position, you can see also the rubber O-ring there for waterproofing. And this is jumping the GMT hand, which is that orange hand right there. We'll pull it out again. Now I'm adjusting the actual time, kind of your main time zone. We've got some really broad hands here with beautiful superluminova, I'm assuming, in there. So you've got that. And man, this green is awesome. This green dial, let me see if I can just get in on that for you a little bit. The green dial looks fantastic. We have Globetrotter on there, waterproof down to almost 1,000 feet, which is probably going to just kill it for most of you guys. Big applied superluminova markers at the hours, and then some hash marks on the minutes. And we've got a big dial here. So basically what I want to do here is just kind of give you my novice tour of the GMT movement, and that is basically using the regular time zone here in conjunction with this outer bezel. Now I'm just rotating here this direction because it's not going the other way, and I guess I wasn't sure if this is going to be a bi-directional rotating bezel, but it is a ceramic bezel, has the cities all over it. I guess what I do is I usually will just put the city that I'm the second city, the other time zone at the top. So you can see here on this inner or this outer chapter ring here, we've got 24-hour markings. The GMT hand moves in 24 hours. So let's say I was interested in what time it is, you know, in Tokyo. For me, and hopefully that works. So you've got Tokyo, you've got the little pip there. I marked it on 24 hours. I'm going to set my time here. Let's say it's, and I actually have no idea what time it is in Tokyo. Let's say it's 4 o'clock. Then I push it in here, and now I set the GMT hand. And I don't know if it's 4 o'clock here. Let's call it 10 o'clock there. I don't know. And now, if I can push this in and screw down this crown. And now, what I have is a quick reference by looking at the watch and saying, oh, it's 4 o'clock, and hey, I want to call my boy in Tokyo. He's a cool Tokyo. And I look, and I'm like, oh, that's right. It's set on Tokyo, and it's actually 8 o'clock. I kind of screwed that up. So I'm going to just whip out my knife here because I want to show you, I need a pointer, that because the GMT hand moves in 2-hour increments, this would be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock would actually be up here. So I kind of did that wrong as I was explaining it, but that's why this GMT hand moves in a 24-hour fashion, not in a 12 o'clock rotation. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. Hopefully that's all right. You can see how bloody beefy this thing is. That is awesome. So large here. You got a bunch of knurling on the bezel, so it's really easy to turn. And then if we just deploy it here and take a look at the back, got a big stainless steel back on here, screwed down. You know, there's no peekaboo in there, but man, this whole thing screams weighty. I will say I don't see a helium release valve on there. Don't know if that'll matter for you, but in terms of really beautiful watches, BOLDR always smashes it out of the park. I love the fact that they have an edge of movement here. If you want to know that you're getting a really trusted, reliable movement, you've got that going for you. 22 millimeter lug size, case thickness is 14 millimeters. I think it looks phenomenal. So anyway, check it out. The pre-order price on this bad boy is $559 US. You can go online and pre-order it now. I think you only have to put down a down payment of like $100 or something like that. If you want the shark mesh add-on metal band, believe that's like a $60 upgrade. So kind of keep that in mind. But man, I love the rubber on it. Have it on my Ulysse Nardin and my Spinnaker and whatnot. So just really, really awesome. I like it. Hopefully you will see this watch in a lot of places, and check out some of the other YouTube channels below too if you want to see more professional reviews being done on this. Peter von Panda with the BOLDR Globetrotter, out.